Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is me, SHAMA RAFIQUE. You're watching DESI TV USA. Let's have a look on news. Iran and the International Atomic Energy Agency have agreed to maintain the communication and dialogue after the nuclear watchdog director general visited Tehran days before talks to restore the 2015 nuclear deal resume in Vienna. RAFIQUE grossly landed in the Iranian capital late on Monday and met the country's nuclear chief Mohammad Islami early on a Tuesday. The two men that said during a joint news conference they agreed to continue talks. Grossi, on his third such visit since February, said the two sides would keep talks going with the aim of finding common ground and achieving positive result. Biden invites Taiwan to upcoming summit for the democracy. The administration of U.S. President Joe Biden has invited Taiwan to the upcoming U.S.-hosted Summit for a Democracy. The administration of U.S. President Joe Biden has invited Taiwan to the upcoming U.S.-hosted Summit for Democracy, a move that was quickly condemned by China, which views the island as a regenerate province. Taiwan, which the USA does not officially recognize as a sovereign nation, was included on the list of 110 invitees of the virtual summit. Taiwan Foreign Minister said the government would be represented at the event. UK PM Johnson's on a great form during the Peppa Pig speech. Deputy British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is in a great form in a speech to business leader where he appeared to lose his place before talking about a visit to Peppa Pig World does not raise concern about his leadership. Moscow says 13 foreign tech firms must be represented on Russian soil by 2022. Russia has demanded that 13 foreign technology companies be officially represented on Russian soil by the end of 2021, but has given a few details on what it requires in a practice, targeting some firms that already have Russian offices. President Vladimir Putin signed a law effective from July 1st that allows foreign social media gains to open offices in Russia, part of a wider campaign by Moscow to exert greater control over big tech. European banks feels that a heat as the Turkey currency plunges. Turkey exposed European banks came under the serenity once again Tuesday as the lira plummeted after President Tayyip Erdogan defended recent sharp interest rate cuts in what analysts call a reckless and premature monetary easing. The Turkish lira lost 11% of its value, crashing a record low of a 13.45 lira per dollar as investors panicked after Erdogan vote to win his economic war of independence. Lights, camera, anyone, film studio can't get the crew. Hollywood flocked the Central Europe during the pandemic when the film producers there were allowed to keep the cameras rolling, making the region an irresistible draw for the streaming game captivated by the castle and attracts breakers. Some production companies may have bitten off more than they can chew as the region, one of the world's biggest hub, has enjoyed a record leap in USA movies television business to about $1 billion this year. Lira is back from record low as the Turkey stumbled into unknown. Turkey's lira clawed back some losses on Wednesday after the 15% crash to record low as a day earlier, driving by President Tayyip Erdogan's defense to rate cuts. Volatility and steep price rises still worried consumer and investors. The lira has hit new all-time lows for the 11th consecutive session and losses against the dollar this year. French fishermen threaten action. French fishermen threaten action as the Brexit license talks drag. French fishermen are planning actions including possibly blocking British vessels access to French ports in a protest against a Britain's refusal to grant them more license to operate in UK. France and Britain have been at loggerheads for a month over how many licensed French fishermen should get as a part of post-Brexit deal, with the France accusing Britain of not handing out enough permits and Britain saying it is respecting the deal. NASA launches a test mission of asteroid-deflecting spacecraft, a spacecraft that must ultimately crash to succeed with a launch late on a Tuesday from California on a NASA mission to demonstrate the world's first planetary defense system designed to deflect an asteroid from a potential doomsday collision with the Earth. Oil makes investors skeptical about effectiveness of a joint reserve release. Oil prices largely held gain Wednesday, with investors skeptical about the effectiveness of USA-led coordinated release of stock from the strategic reserve and turning their focus to the next step by oil procedure. Brent crude futures slipped 7 cents at 0.1 to $82.24 a barrel by 0.42 GMT, having a rise in 3.3% on a Tuesday. Goldman Sachs said global oil reserve released to a drop in the ocean. A coordinated release from the government oil reserve led by the United States may add about 70 million to 80 million barrels of a current supply, smaller than the more than 100 million barrels the market has been pricing in. Analyst of the Goldman Sachs said. On a price model, such a release would be worth less than $2 billion, significantly less than $8 billion sell-off that occurred since the October. Terracotta Verosses Museum is located in Xi'an. The Terracotta Verosses Museum is located in Xi'an, Shanxi province of China. It is a large collection of a life-size sculpture in the battle formation to protect Emperor King Shi Hong. In 1987, the terracotta works were listed in the World Heritage List by UNESCO. It's enough for now. Keep watching DESI TV USA and visit our website www.desitvusa.com. Fi aman Allah.